Damn, it's not even coffee.
Nope. It's Earth Aqua. The most basic of all liquids.
God damn it.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. This is another episode of Coffee and Contemplation, Matinee Edition.
So it's not morning?
No. Either way, I'm sitting down here with Lucas.
Hey,
and we're
casserole.
We're chronicling. What? What are we chronicling?
We're talking about the MCU right now.
That's right, because Avengers Endgame. I don't know if you've heard of Avengers Endgame. Have you heard of it?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, so... Okay.
I'm on the hype train.
Hype train.
I'm a shill.
Sugar.
Somebody give me their straw man argument.
What was it? I saw a clip of Paul Rudd explaining the Thanos theory. I was like, dear Lord.
You just searched that on Google, all the listeners. We're not going to fucking explain that.
You type in Thanos. I don't want to look it up.
Yeah.
Ruin my Google
There's
search.
a video of Neil deGrasse Tyson explaining the Thanos theory.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Good.
Everyone's on the fucking hype train.
Yeah, no joke. It's like Game of Thrones was hype, which also just a shout out to that just happened. But reality is everything's trumped by
Avengers.
Endgame. Yeah.
It's gonna be Avatar, man.
Oh man, I watched Avatar for the first time last year.
God damn.
I just never was interested in the movie, and I remain not interested in the movie. $2 billion.
Fuck. Overall gross.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be crazy. Okay, so
we were trying to break down the chronological order a minute ago, and you just said fuck it and started the recording.
Yeah, well, because
it's convoluted.
It's just convoluted.
We watch the shows.
You can start with the timeline order of the films, or you can start with how they were released.
All you need to know is that Captain America's first, Captain Marvel's second, and it's relatively in order from there.
Yeah. Which is actually kind of awesome that they set it up that way when making the films.
Yeah.
One of the cool things that I was kind of re-embracing today while kind of digging into some of this stuff was all the Easter eggs.
It was done with care,
especially in those early films, the early ones, and they were really just they were planting things.
It's we don't know where this is going to go.
Fun sometimes. Yeah, exactly.
I remember even right when we were getting to the Avengers, I was like, oh my god, Bruce Banner was trying to recreate the super soldier serum.
Yeah,
and it made him the Hulk.
Exactly.
The element that the Tesseract projects is the same thing that Tony Stark created in the lab. It's
it blows your mind that they're all connected.
and now we take it all for granted.
Yep.
And we just hear Bruce Banner incorrectly pronounce Wakanda.
Wakanda?
Wakanda.
Oh, man. So
let's hit us with the order here.
What you're saying, though, is that let's go, I guess, with the timeline order.
Yeah.
So it would go
Captain America, Captain Marvel,
then Iron Man 2.
Yep.
Right?
Iron Man 2, The Incredible Hulk, and Thor. 1 week.
All has happened in the same week.
Yep.
Phil Coulson's all still alive for that.
Yep.
Then it just jumps to the Avengers, right?
Yep. Avengers. Phil Coulson dies.
I remember being so fucking hyped to chronicle everything by Phil Coulson, which is I wish that they still had a Phil Coulson in the MCU.
Fuck, dude, we love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. though.
I know. It's been a wild ride with that show in general. Okay, so back to the God damn.
That's for another day.
All right, so I remember all the hype about Avengers. I remember sneaking in a Dr. Pepper and rum. While watching the Avengers. Shout out to Dr. Pepper.
I don't think that's the plug they wanted, dude.
That's okay. It's a plug they're gonna get. Okay, so Avengers then jumps to Iron Man 3, right?
Yeah, Iron Man 3,
which features.
At this point, Coulson is alive again on TV.
He's just on TV. The small screen.
Yep, on the small screen. So Iron Man 3.
What's the thing is about Iron Man 3? The main, I think, arguably one of the main things that Tony fights is his post-traumatic stress disorder.
And slight hinting of a demon in a bottle.
Oh yeah.
They decided to ditch the alcoholism and do PTSD.
Oh yeah. They just sprinkled a little just darkness on Tony Stark in that fucking world. Okay, so speaking of dark, it just jumps to Thor: The Dark World, which is easily the shittiest movie in the MCU.
Yeah, let's move on from that.
Yeah, pass.
My favorite MCU movie, The Winter Soldier, is next.
Yeah.
I love myself a spy drama,
Well,
and it's character driven. Another thing I love about Civil War, it's not plot driven, it's character driven.
true. And it has some really awesome hand-to-hand fight scenes.
I actually saw just the other day the B-roll of the highway fight when Cap and Bucky are going hand to hand.
It's so
and
dope.
It's Chris Evans.
Yeah.
That whole fucking fight, and it's awesome watching the B-roll.
It's intense. Like I don't think I'd want to get in a fight with any of these actors after they're like.
I know, right?
Do you think how much of that do you think they take away with them? You know, like
I don't know.
Like, do you think Scarlett Johansson can do some like Black Widow shit?
Dude, I saw some of her training
alley?
stuff.
Yeah.
Like she does the like scissor kick thing. Sorry, God.
I know.
I mean,
she does. I mean,
like, she knows how to do
legitimately,
that. And I mean, like even with the training stuff, I saw a video of Brie Larson pushing a Jeep.
Oh shit! Shout outs to Yellow T. Shouts to Phil Collins. Shouts to Evil L. Shouts to Mooner Six. Shouts to Uncaged. Shouts to Casserole.
Hey-o.
Shouts to anybody listening out there. Shouts to Harrison Hannon. Shouts to Monk Flower Band. Am I missing anybody? I don't really care if I'm missing anybody. I'll get them next time. Either way. Moving on. So, okay, because we're talking. So, Captain America: The Winter Soldier, and that actually has some pretty big implications because it destroys S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, which is huge.
Yeah, like
really shook Phil Coulson's world on TV as well.
We got your back, Phil. We got your.
We'll be talking about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. some other time.
You're my boy, Phil.
Season 6.
Yo,
May 10th.
When season 6 drops, we probably should start chronicling.
Fuck, dude. I'm excited.
Yeah, hype on that too. Like I'm telling you, dude, just hype for like
Hype,
the next
MCU.
MCU. Okay, so Winter Soldier. Next in line is Ant-Man, I believe.
Guardians.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy, great movie.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
And then 3 months later in the timeline is Guardians 2.
Yeah, like they really are meant to be like set just within months of each other.
Yeah,
right?
I watched the first Guardians before I went to watch number 2 the first time.
Nice.
And they feed right into each other.
Oh yeah,
it's very smooth.
That's a cool. That's I like when like sequels kind of do that. They feature like just really like straightforward timelines, not like how fucking far in advance is this next one set.
Right.
Which happens with all the other MCU movies.
And then we go Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron.
Good movie. Not as good as the first Avengers.
Yeah.
James Spader is fucking great as
I just
Ultron,
recently rewatched that for like the second time. I remember going to the midnight showing and falling asleep, and that was the first time I saw that movie.
What's wrong with you?
I worked all day.
Oh, fair enough.
But anyway, so it really has. Okay, so one of the things I took away from that movie is that Scarlet Witch had a thick ass accent in that fucking movie,
And she doesn't
and
anymore.
it just completely disappears.
Yeah, it's gone.
Like as soon as she had to take that role seriously, and for some more movies, I think they were just like, "This is not going to last."
Oh yeah. And she's oddly incestuous with her brother.
Yeah.
There's a weird vibe there.
I mean, like no. Yeah.
It's Game of Thrones-esque.
Yeah.
Less
very,
graphic.
Very Lannister-like. Okay, so.
Spoilers.
So we got that. We got where's Spider-Man: Homecoming fit in? Spider-Man
That's
Homecoming
after Civil
fits
War.
in. Yeah.
So we go. So next up, it's Ant-Man.
Yeah, so it's after
then
Civil War, and Civil War takes place fairly like only 2 years after. Or wait, no,
It's like a year after Age of Ultron.
is it?
Yeah, something like that.
No, because Spider-Man: Homecoming takes place. Well, the beginning of Spider-Man: Homecoming
It's him.
takes place
video.
like a year or so almost after the fucking
The New York.
Avengers.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The Battle of New York. Right?
Yeah. Because
So-
Michael Keaton's cleaning stuff up.
Yeah.
But then Homecoming's after Civil War, and then it goes. Well, Doctor Strange also.
Doctor Strange kind of happens over that whole year.
Yeah,
right?
Doctor Strange is like a year, so like Homecoming and Civil War are in the middle of that movie. Just while he's getting trained
Okay.
and shit's going down.
And shit's going down. Yeah, because that like that movie.
Like,
that
the
movie
Accords.
The Accords. Okay. So Spider-Man: Homecoming takes place after Civil War. Thor Ragnarok. When does Thor Ragnarok
Great
take
movie.
place?
Like,
Thor Ragnarok's
almost-
probably one of my favorite. I dislike the other two Thor movies. Like
I
they're
like
just,
the
they're,
first
they're,
one.
They're just boring.
It's
they're
fine.
Bland. Like,
I feel like the first one's fine, and The Dark World is a bad movie.
yeah, fair
It's
enough.
the
Okay,
only
first-
bad movie in the MCU.
I like that. The first one's fine, but the other one's bad.
And I feel like the
Compromise.
second one's so bad you forget the first one.
Yeah. But the third one's so good, you forget the other two.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's a reboot.
They
mean,
they
like,
definitely took that
almost
franchise
completely.
and just like completely overhauled it.
And then I'm pretty sure that movie's immediately before Infinity War. Because you see Thanos' ship coming up, and then Infinity War is like a few months later, and it hard cuts.
Wait,
we're forgetting fucking Black Panther.
Yeah, Black Panther fits in.
It's like a week after Civil War.
Yeah, like Black Panther fits in like before I think Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah. I think it's because they mentioned that like a week earlier,
into like a pretty like quick time.
It's like a week earlier. Like T'Chaka died. They say that at the beginning of Black Panther.
Yeah, he just because obviously like he just has recently taken over. Not taken over, but
So that brings us up to Infinity War.
Yeah.
Which is not my favorite MCU movie, but I love it nonetheless.
Yeah, it's a damn good one. It's not my favorite either. But
it works, which is a triumph in and of itself. And
the fact that one of the things I love about Infinity War is that it starts on such a low note and ends on such a low note.
We look at looking at movies that end on a low note. Yeah. The Last Jedi.
Oh yeah.
I'm okay with it. A lot of people hate it.
Yeah, a lot of people have franchises just get.
It's becoming a bit convoluted, but then at the same time, Infinity War is how you tell a story that ends with disappointment and tell it so it satisfies everyone.
Oh yeah.
I can't think of a single pissed off YouTube comment that I've seen being like, the structure doesn't work. It doesn't follow the established character motivations. It just works. All the characters act the way they would.
Yeah, absolutely. The story just falls together.
Yeah.
And it really even though it's just the entire time you're left you have this sense of just something shitty's gonna happen, something shitty is happening.
Yeah.
And you are satisfied with the experience.
We watched it together the second time with some friends that hadn't seen it yet, and fuck, dude, we realized from the get go. We looked over at each other and we're like, they're screwed. They're done. There's no coming back.
So real quick, the one other one we forgot is Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh,
technically that falls in line
it's the same
little
time
bit. It's they're the same time as Infinity War, but the post-credits scene.
Fuck, dude.
Falls right after the events of Infinity War.
Oh yeah.
Or
it's as the end happens.
Disintegration Nation, man.
Dude, that threw me for a loop in the theater.
That shit got me. Ah, man. The MCU. They're coming out with Avengers Endgame, obviously soon.
April 26th.
Hype. This has been another episode of Coffee and Contemplation. I'm your motherfucking boy, Old Heart. I've been sitting down here with Casserole Lucas.
Hey.
Or Lucas Casserole?
Whatever.
We'll figure it out. Either way, go out there and use your brain for good. Why? Because every day's a good day to ripen up that coconut. You know what else?
Keep your foot on the ball.
No, you idiot. You gotta keep your stick on the ice.